there's a hush that settles over those who see the world in a way others do not. A quiet ache that follows you like a shadow. Schopenhauer knew the cost of standing apart, the loneliness of minds that wander where others dare not tread. Tonight we sit with that weight, not to lessen it, but to understand it. Because being different is not a failing, but a quiet strength, a light that glows where the world has forgotten to look. And in that gentle glow, the silence begins to speak. As we step softly into this journey, we find ourselves cradled in the gentle embrace of stillness, a space where the unique resonance of being different can be felt with each breath. In this quiet realm, we meet those who possess an unshared vision, individuals who see the world through a lens that reveals more than what mere eyes can perceive. These sensitive souls carry within them a secret, a melody unheard by the bustling chorus of society. From the sparkling innocence of youth, this quiet difference emerges, setting the stage for a life coloured by both the isolation and beauty of seeing beyond surface appearances. The tender awareness of being different begins as a soft whisper, barely discernible amidst the cacophony of daily life. Yet it grows steadily more profound, like the first light of dawn, revealing hidden landscapes. For these individuals, the world seems to whisper secrets in its myriad hues and shades, revealing unseen realities and subtle harmonies that others overlook. This heightened perception acts as both a gift and a weight, a beautiful double-edged sword that can cut the individual off from the easy camaraderie of others. In classrooms filled with chatter, at play under the vast sky, or around family tables, this deeper perception leaves them suspended in solitary contemplation. Within the symphony of humanity, society moves as though conducting a grand performance with prescribed roles. Yet for the sensitive soul, every note they sense seems to vibrate differently, never quite fitting the societal score. In this dissonant harmony, they find themselves as silent spectators, recognizing the patterns that others dance to without question. As outsiders looking in, they become keen observers of life's hidden dimensions, sensing emotions left unspoken, intentions veiled beneath polite smiles, and the silent dramas that unfold beyond the veil of everyday interactions. The secret they carry, their unique tune, often remains locked away, an unshared vision of richer worlds that lie just beneath the surface of accepted reality. This quiet burden forges a paradox, where wisdom born from solitude and reflection becomes both treasured and isolating. The decision to cloister away this depth, or to share glimpses of it, requires a delicate dance between vulnerability and self-protection. For those sensitive souls dwelling in these liminal spaces, solitude emerges not as a barren emptiness, but as a garden ripe for nurture and creation, a fertile ground where deep thoughts flower in abundance. Even in solitude, connections are woven in subtle, unseen threads, binding them to fellow travellers who tread similar paths. In moments of rare, profound understanding, they find solace in the unspoken companionship of kindred spirits, where silence resonates more profoundly than words could ever articulate. Together, these shared silences speak volumes, whispers echoing across the quiet expanse of their mutual recognition and empathy. As these souls navigate the world, they learn to balance the weight of their unique vision, protecting its integrity while allowing its gentle purity to touch others in carefully chosen moments. This craftsmanship of balance unfolds as an ongoing journey, a continuum of self-discovery that holds the power to transform solitude into a sanctuary of growth and introspection, Life for the sensitive soul takes on the shape of a dance, one performed at the margins of different worlds. Dwelling on the brink between the known and the ineffable, they act as silent conduits, bringing the richness of their unseen realms into view. As quiet ambassadors, they offer the world around them the gift of expanded perception, embracing humanity's intricacies while respecting the delightful mystery of diverse experiences. Ultimately, their solitude becomes a vessel for creativity and greater awareness, the still waters of their inner worlds reflecting back the beauty of unvoiced layers and untold narratives. Through humble engagement with their melodies, the authentic embrace of their truth guides them, and the wisdom forged in the sanctity of solitude becomes their beacon, illuminating paths unseen to those who move with closed eyes. In sharing their journeys, these sensitive souls contribute to a collective understanding, enriching a shared narrative that cradles both individual and universal truths. Through their quiet courage, they foster deeper empathy and community, their whispered insights forming bridges between isolated hearts. As they honour their difference as a gift, not a burden, they illuminate the tapestry of life with colours previously unseen. Herein lies their strength and their gift to the world, a silent transformative power that speaks to the heart beyond any language known to man. In the quiet tapestry of existence, Arthur Schopenhauer invites us to see beyond the elaborate masks of surface reality. The world, he suggests, is but a dance of shadows and illusions, where the majority wander in a daze, comfortably wrapped in the familiar embrace of appearances. It is here that the different individual emerges, not content with superficiality, but drawn towards the unspoken depths beneath the calm facade. They perceive the true nature of the world as a relentless play of representation, knowing deep within that the world as it seems is but a whisper of the truth. For those who see beyond the veil, there lies a profound burden, an awareness unshared and often misunderstood. These souls, alive with insight, navigate through the mundane, realizing how society's dance is but a temporary masquerade, distracting from life's inherent struggles. Their heightened perception becomes a silent bridge, one that isolates them as they tread delicately between fitting in and honouring their distinct vision. It is a lonely yet enriching path, this journey through a world layered with unvoiced truths, urging them forward. Schopenhauer speaks of the will, a primal force, insatiable and ever-present, driving us silently through life. The attentive soul discerns this undercurrent, sensing life's true rhythm beyond the conventional beats. Here, desires and human pursuits are not governed by conscious thought, but by this relentless, unseen force. They view the world as a canvas painted by desire and suffering, moments of joy, merely fleeting pauses in an otherwise poignant sonata. With this recognition of the will, there arises an understanding of the subtle, yet ceaseless tension coursing through human existence. The eternal struggle for meaning and fulfillment is unending, a manifestation of the will's profound influence. Those who perceive this truth are shadowed by insights that can unsettle, alienating them in their quest for deeper understanding. Their knowledge, though silently held, has the power to illuminate and provoke, merging revelation with reflection in those few who dare venture into their circle. Armed with this insight, the different individual begins a solitary voyage towards authentic selfhood, stepping away from societal illusions. This pursuit of truth births a profound sense of otherness. They embark on a dialogue within, a dance of detachment from the comforting, yet deceptive embrace of shared delusions. It is a journey strewn with whispers of alienation and glimpses of unimagined vistas, guiding them through internal landscapes few dare explore. Their path, though marked by solitude, becomes a wellspring of personal growth. The different one embraces suffering as a gateway to deeper understanding, for within life's trials lies an intimacy with the true essence of existence. Witnessing pain not just as personal hardship but a universal chord of life's song, they realise it serves as a catalyst for transformation, unveiling the interconnected hum of humanity's shared voyage. Embracing the quietude of this solitude, resilience grows. Solitude, once seen as exile, reveals itself as a sacred realm of introspection and revelation. It is here, within the tranquil embrace of silence, they uncover the delicate balance between insight and existence, weaving their own narrative from the threads of captured truths. This solitude, once heavy with isolation, now harmonises with the elegance of their inner world, fostering silent courage and a profound sense of belonging within themselves. Their language transforms, moving beyond mere words to express the unspoken within. Through metaphor and allegory, they give voice to the richness of understanding, painting the shadows with stories that breathe life into the unsaid. It is a language that transcends the cacophony of conventional conversation, reaching out to touch those who listen not with ears, but with an open spirit. In the quiet space of insight, they find solace in the rare connections shared with others who hear the silent symphony. These bonds, built on mutual awareness of whispers beneath the surface, create a fellowship of shared understanding. Here, amid this circle of kindred spirits, they find reflections of themselves, brief, precious moments where silence speaks louder than words. The music within becomes an anthem of creation, a symphonic expression of their deepest truths. Through art and creation, the unsaid finds its voice, resonating with both individual experience and universal echo. Each piece a testament to the dance of will and representation, giving life and shape to their vision of a world seen through eyes that perceive beyond the surface. In quiet reflection, they embrace solitude, recognizing it not as desolation, but as a pivotal element of their journey. Deeper introspection blooms, nurturing an environment where the complexities of life unspool gently in their grasp. In this sanctuary, truth and illusion meet, allowing them to navigate the currents of existence with wisdom, not tainted by trivial distractions. Their transformation, an ongoing symphony, unfurls in the silent currents of life, gracefully aligning with the serene wisdom hidden in life's folds. They come to see their solitude and insights as gifts, each new revelation a testament to the entwining of personal and universal journeys. This distinct vision, once a burden, now shines with the light of understanding, echoing the sacred truth that a world perceived differently is a world worth cherishing. In the intricate web of human emotions, empathy emerges both as a compass and a chain, gifting connection, yet binding the soul to solitude's quiet corners. To walk in another's shoes is to feel life unfolding through myriad hues, each a whisper in the vast tapestry of existence. This empathic heart beats in tune with others' joys and sorrows, weaving a rich emotional quilt that can blur the lines between self and other. Such profound resonance with another spirit brings both closeness and an undeniable drift into deeper, uncharted waters of shared human experience. In this dance of feeling, empathy binds us, transforming their burdens into our invisible chains. Yet just as empathy opens the door to connection, It places us on paths untrodden, where emotional tides rise unbidden, overwhelming, isolating. The sensitive soul keenly perceives the subtle sigh buried beneath a smile, the tension simmering beneath laughter, and these unvoiced tales often whisper only to them. Here, within this world of unseen truths, arises a quiet exile, where the empathetic wander, forever translating the silent stories most choose to overlook. As they tread through this realm of understanding, the unspoken bond with others leaves them lingering, at a distance from the revelries of those oblivious to such depths. Within this perpetual vigil, the very essence of their emotional beings is tested. Mind, heart, and spirit strain under the weight of constant awareness. This enduring practice becomes a marathon, where moments of supposed simplicity turn into labyrinthine reflections. Such continuous emotional engagement requires handling ephemeral threads of interaction, carefully weaving them into a meaningful canvas that, over time, can both awe and burden. For the empathetic journeyer, the quest to honour these emotional currents brings weariness, a venture of both discovery and quiet endurance. Heightened empathy reveals underlying truths, unveiling needs and desires hidden beneath the surface, yet this insight often chains the empathetic in solitude. Seeing clearly into another's heart births an existential chasm. Between knowing and articulating lies a wilderness few wander with ease. Herein lies their frustrating dichotomy, yearning to heal yet trapped by the knowledge that nurtures their separation. This profound awareness isolates, crafting a solitude that echoes with the mysteries and truths of those unobservant. Empathy can deepen the bonds within relationships, weaving intricate tapestries of connection as conversations transcend the mundane and dive deeply into shared humanity. Still, such connections demand reciprocity that too often spills into tension, as the empathetic soul balances between closeness and the protective sanctum of selfhood. This delicate dance between the longing for connection and the need for preservation threads through these human interactions, often leaving them floating unanchored amidst the tides of emotion. This heightened sensibility brings vulnerability, inviting challenges like anxiety or compassion fatigue, mental landscapes requiring care and navigation. But let us not mistake such sensitivity for fragility. Rather, it remains a testament of strength, demanding a delicate balance between engagement with others and cherishing one's inner world. Mindfulness becomes a wise guide, teaching them to honour their needs while embracing the world's emotions without becoming entangled. In this alchemical process, they harness empathy's power, transforming burdens into reservoirs of strength. By tuning inwards, recognising personal triggers, and embracing their unique emotional chiaroscuro, they redefine the boundaries surrounding their hearts. Empathy becomes a navigational instrument, guiding them in and out of emotional waters with assurance and grace. In moments of solitude, the empathetic soul finds sanctuary, stillness creating a space for reflection and renewal. Solitude is a refuge, allowing them to sift through the emotional echoes, curating their own narratives away from the relentless hum of the outer world. Here, separate from the noise, lies the profound solace where empathy rests and realigns, emerging into a reignited form. Cultivating resilient boundaries becomes a sacred task, ensuring that their heart remains a safe haven amidst the world's tumult. It involves the gentle art of saying no, recognizing that self-care sits at the heart of lasting connection and understanding. These boundaries are crafted not as walls, but as permeable membranes, fostering spaces for healthy emotional exchanges. Empathy becomes a catalyst for societal transformation, where those deeply attuned to the world's nuances craft realms of genuine understanding and change. In an era of division, empathetic individuals serve as bridges, their heightened perception driving action and advocacy for those often unheard. Through empathy, they become voices of hope and healing, using their insight to initiate societal and personal evolutions. Through this journey of empathy, strength coalesces with solitude, crafting a balance where connection and introspection harmonize. Although the pathway winds through distant emotional landscapes, it ultimately guides the individual towards understanding themselves and the world anew. As they acknowledge and weave together the myriad shades of feeling, they reshape solitude into a powerful ally, discovering empathy as a magical prism through which the world's beauty shines. In this journey, empathy transcends its confines, breathing a spectrum of possibilities into the tapestry of life, binding them to the radiant horizon of humanity's shared connection. In the hushed embrace of solitude, the mind finds refuge, a sacred haven where thoughts unfurl without the binding cords of societal norms. This solitude, absent from life's clamour, becomes the cradle for profound reflections, where the seeker of truth unearths insights long buried beneath the weight of conventional thought. It is here in this quiet sanctuary that profound ideas come to light, ready to challenge and transform the world. Amidst the silence, one is not merely isolated, but positioned at the threshold of revelation, welcoming endless possibilities of the mind. Yet this sanctuary harbours its own thorns. The solitude that fosters deep contemplation can also sever the threads of connection tying us to the world. As the thinker delves ever deeper, scaling peaks few others can traverse, the elation of discovery finds its counterpart in the echoing abyss of isolation. The solitude that once promised refuge often transforms into a chasm, widening the gulf between the thinker and the familiar world left behind. To explore the landscapes of one's mind is to embark on an unparalleled journey. The peaks of intellectual solitude reveal vistas of potential and possibility, allowing one to craft worlds from the raw material of thought. In this space, thinkers revel in the freedom to redefine paradigms, guided by an unwavering belief in the mind's power to transcend the ordinary. Yet the higher they ascend, the steeper the challenge becomes. The summit, where clarity meets isolation, demands a price, the isolation stemming from views so unique that few can grasp their worth. Alone atop these heights, the thinker confronts both the magnitude of their insights and the solitude such revelations demand. This solitude orchestrates a delicate dance between joy and loneliness, as the mind shifts between the exhilaration of discovery and the weight of isolation. Thinkers, autonomous in their exploration, revel in moments of pure intellectual joy, a symphony of ideas harmonizing in perfect clarity. Here, solitude is an ally, a catalyst for creativity, offering an expansive canvas for the imagination. Yet shadows loom in this solitude, where loneliness waits, a stark reminder of the inherent solitude in singular comprehension. When ideas resonate deeply, yet elude others' understanding, the joy of intellectual independence may fade, leaving traces of melancholy. Caught in this delicate dance, thinkers must gracefully navigate the alternating rhythms of elation and yearning, finding refuge in their own complexity. As intellectual solitude deepens, it reshapes how one sees oneself, often in unexpected ways. In isolation, the unyielding mirror of one's thoughts exposes the mind's inner workings with stark clarity. This introspection cultivates heightened self-awareness, revealing personal motivations, biases, and existential puzzles. This journey into self-discovery becomes an odyssey, uncovering dimensions of identity once hidden. Yet, as introspection intensifies, the external world may seem dimmed, its relevance eclipsed by the vibrant inner life. This shift, while enlightening, risks creating a divide between the self and surroundings, challenging traditional markers of identity and self-worth. Intellectual solitude entices with the allure of abstraction, inviting the thinker to forsake certainty for infinite possibility. These uncharted realms promise a playground for the mind, liberated from practicality and convention, where relentless curiosity drives the pursuit of understanding. Yet this pursuit often requires letting go of anchors, certainty, predictability, and the comfort of accepted truths. Thinkers must embrace ambiguity, finding solace in unanswered questions and purpose in exploration itself. This journey demands courage and resilience, facing the unknown with steadfast resolve, accepting instability as part of personal inquiry and discovery. From solitude's crucible emerges a powerful alchemy, transmuting isolated contemplation into perspectives that illuminate the world afresh. Solitude sharpens the mind's ability to see beyond surface appearances, nurturing original insights that challenge and enrich collective consciousness. Yet this uniqueness bears its own challenges. While enriched by solitary epiphanies, thinkers may find their insights variably received by others. The challenge lies in sharing their perspectives authentically within the wider discourse without losing their essence to prevailing narratives. The quest for meaning becomes paramount as thinkers travel through intellectual solitude, driven to unravel the tapestry of existence and uncover threads weaving reality. This search for meaning guides them through thought's labyrinth, offering insights that reshape their understanding of self and cosmos. Yet, this relentless pursuit invites both revelation and hardship. In solitude, profound introspection is demanded, challenging preconceived ideas and inviting belief evolution. This journey, while fulfilling, may evoke existential longing for connection amidst solitary discoveries. Amid the quest for meaning, thinkers must balance solitary knowledge with the desire for shared understanding, navigating the intricate dance between internal revelation and external reality. In silence, creativity and insight find their birth. The absence of distraction lays bare fertile ground where ideas take root and thrive. In quietude, the thinker finds space for unbridled creativity, allowing imagination to wander freely, challenging norms. Yet creation within silence is intimate and solitary. Embracing vulnerability, exploring the unknown, and uncovering hidden self-aspects demand resilience. As thinkers reconcile creation's solitude with aspirations to connect insights with the world. For visionaries, solitude is both honour and burden, an honour to witness the world uniquely, yet a weight when this vision separates them from others. In the privacy of thought, visionaries dream realities free from norms, crafting transformative pathways. Yet, solitude creates a chasm between them and a world that may not yet grasp or embrace their vision. Creating new insights is just one challenge. Communicating and having these ideas understood by those on more conventional paths is another. Visionaries must navigate this dual existence, embracing solitude that inspires their creativity, while seeking avenues to bridge their solitary insights with collective consciousness. Engaging with intellectual solitude means embracing a dichotomy, a blessed state that fosters introspection and depth, yet challenges through inherent isolation. Thinkers, blessed with a unique vantage point, witness ideas' intricacies undistracted, cultivating wisdom born in silence. However, the solitude also constrains. Unique insights often remain unshared or misunderstood. Thinkers must reconcile solitude with their connection needs, finding balance between pursuance and longing for shared understanding. Embracing this dichotomy accepts solitude's dual nature, a gift of self-discovery and a challenge to navigate beyond conventional borders. Within the intricate tapestry of human existence, societal conformity acts as a mirror, reflecting back images of acceptance or otherness. For many, this mirror offers comfort, a gentle affirmation of belonging. But for those who venture courageously into the realm of difference, this reflection can, at times, feel foreign and distant. The world has a way of gently suggesting that conformity is the price of admission into the community, hinting that echoing the collective melody secures acceptance. Yet for those whose hearts beat to an individual rhythm, such acceptance feels like a distant dream, with the reflection in the mirror casting back a face of quiet distinctiveness. In this world, there exists an unspoken tension between society's demands for conformity and the soul's whisper for authenticity. An innocent smile that doesn't quite fit the expected cheeriness, or a question that probes deeper than the ordinary, can earn puzzled glances or subtle alienation. The silent message they convey is unmistakable. You are not one of us. This unspoken ostracism speaks volumes, heightening the profound burden that uniqueness carries. It is here in this space of silent rejection that the journey towards authenticity begins, a pilgrimage of self-discovery and quiet reflection. Throughout history, society has woven tales of outsiders, individuals who seem destined to remain forever on the fringes. These archetypical outsiders, garbed in the metaphorical masks of conformity, conceal truths beneath, protecting themselves from the chill of societal judgment. These masks, however, ask for a toll in exchange, the suppression of one's true voice. For those who treasure their uniqueness, the daily decision between the mask and unreserved authenticity is a delicate dance of soul-searching. As they navigate encounters with mirrors of expectation, these individuals find themselves at a crossroad, to maintain the mask or to reveal their essence. Each interaction asks anew, will you conform or will you defy? Underneath the surface, the choice is more than a response to societal expectations. It reflects one's journey towards self-realization. The fear of rejection by others and oneself can weigh heavily, yet it is a shadow that prompts growth, steering the individual toward inner clarity and authenticity. Choosing authenticity is a courageous decision, embarking on a path less trodden, a solitary walk forged through inner truth rather than external validation. Such a journey, though marked by moments of loneliness, does not necessarily equate to desolation. Rather, it unfolds into a sanctuary for growth and transformation. It invites questions that delve beyond the superficial, exploring desires and fears nestled within one's heart. Amidst this solitude, the murmur of self-awareness becomes clearer, forging a connection to oneself that is often lost amidst the cacophony of societal expectations. Reflection on authenticity reveals that the measure of one's path is not found in the approval of others, but in the depth of their soul's journey. Walking this path requires introspection and self-realization, where superficial layers are peeled away to reveal the core of human existence. In solitude, whispers of true self can be heard, guiding the seeker toward deeper understanding and acceptance. And although others may turn away, misunderstanding the journey, the internal embrace of difference offers a profound sense of self-worth. Rejection in its quiet power becomes a mirror not just of how others perceive us, but of our alignment with deeper beliefs. It invites contemplation, asking not to lament but to understand. What does this rejection teach about society? And what does it reflect within me? Through this introspection, authenticity blossoms, revealing realms of self-awareness untouched by mere conformity. The early sting of rejection tempts withdrawal, yet beyond this discomfort lies a lesson in reflection. For societal rejection highlights undefined edges of identity. These edges exceed societal labels, marking the beginning of a personal narrative. While rejection's reflection may first cast shadows, it also illuminates a path to profound self-acceptance. Through cycles of rejection and reflection, the journey toward authenticity becomes not just an inward pilgrimage, but a celebration of true essence. The dance between acceptance and resistance to giving up one's true self is delicate and profound. In a world echoing sameness, choosing authenticity involves a dance of acceptance of oneself while resisting outside pressures. It's a dance that unfolds in the mind's corridors where beliefs face challenges from society. This intimate ballet moves with grace, sometimes fluid, and at other times tense, towing the line between integrity and adaptation. The art lies in honouring authenticity while engaging with others, a balance of truth and connection. It's about tuning into one's internal rhythm, choosing steps that respect oneself, and acknowledging that missteps lead to growth. This ongoing dialogue with society reveals paths where rejection's echoes transform into a melody of individuality. Through rejection, we find an inner sanctuary, a place untouched by judgment. Here, self-validation emerges, becoming both creator and beholder of identity. It's a sacred retreat where dreams and passions bloom, unhindered by external acceptance. Through this internal dialogue, one's worth becomes firmly rooted in self-acceptance, allowing the individual to stand resilient against societal tides. This validation, a bulwark against outside judgment, enriches engagements, fostering connections in mutual authenticity. As the journey unfurls, the concept of societal mirrors shifts from rejection to revelation. Rather than fearing exclusion, these mirrors now reflect personal growth and understanding. Each reflection becomes an opportunity for self-inquiry, allowing rejection to become a mirror for untapped essence. This transformation paints rejection not as a disheartening force, but as a nudge to explore new depths of purpose. As the courageous soul embraces the fullness of being different, an empowering realization dawns. Difference is a strength, a beacon of creativity and perspective in a society seeking sameness. Through celebrating this difference, we enrich our shared world, valuing the shadows and the light that create the human experience, standing proudly as luminous beacons for change. In the end, transforming rejection into resilience reveals a truth, that it is in adversity that character is forged. Resilience becomes the soul's anthem, a testament to steadfast pursuit of truth. By accepting rejection as part of the journey, the soul reframes adversity as empowerment, each trial a step towards robust selfhood. Through resilience, the journey becomes one of profound growth, where adversity is transformed into celebration and authenticity flourishes. In the quiet corners of the human soul, where shadows gather like ancient whispers, melancholy resides, timeless and pervasive. This familiar shadow traces its origins to the dawn of consciousness, accompanying the different soul with a more pronounced presence. Influenced by the insightful musings of Schopenhauer, we find there is a profound cost to seeing the world's raw pain before others do. For these individuals, melancholy is both a personal companion and a universal bond, a lens that reveals life's undertone of suffering, turning even moments of joy into reflections tinged with the colour of sorrow. To be different is to witness the spectrum of emotions most would prefer to ignore. This path of acute observation often morphs into a persistent melancholy, weaving itself into the very fabric of experience. For these souls, melancholy becomes a private dialect, a language spoken through silence and contemplation that translates the ineffable into understanding. In the dim light of solitude, these quiet observers find wisdom nestled within melancholy's embrace, a constant reminder that life's inherently fragile beauty is intertwined with universal pain. In a world filled with unending stimuli, the different soul feels overburdened by the noise and chaos. Each interaction becomes an emotional current, and the perpetual barrage of life's demands assault the senses. Unseen wounds are aggravated by sights and sounds, each flash of colour or whisper a potential trigger for sorrow. Although surrounded by the relentless hum of connection, one feels adrift, battling to remain grounded amidst overwhelming dissonance. Yet within this sensory onslaught lies the seed of profound insight, a chance to distill life's subtleties and redefine resilience through an acceptance of melancholy as part of life's tapestry. Perception is a double-edged sword for the soulful observer, a blessing of clarity intertwined with a curse of profound awareness. Being attuned to the nuances of existence creates a paradox. The clarity of insight often exposes a deeper truth beneath visible layers. Within this perceptive attunement blooms a deep awareness of life's transient nature and the illusion of permanence. For every glimpse into beauty and truth, the soul also sees the sorrowful shadows cast by impermanence, weaving a tapestry where the dark lines of melancholy meet the brighter threads of life's inherent wonder. Acceptance emerges not as a surrender to despair, but as an alignment with what is. This philosophical realism accepts both the world's inherent suffering and one's innate limitations, opening a path to bittersweet liberation. For the soulful observer, resignation becomes a powerful tool, not as an abandonment of hope, but as recognition of life's delicate fabric. By embracing this resignation, one transcends resistance and opens oneself to transformation, redefining melancholy as a guest within life's journey. Through a melancholic lens, every joy is enriched with an awareness of its fleeting nature. Joy is not permanent, but a glimpse surrounded by uncertainty, a moment among shadows. It urges profound appreciation, counterbalancing life's darker hues with its brilliance. This perspective invites a reconnection to true joy, one that thrives amidst fleetingness, celebrating each moment without clinging, allowing sorrow and happiness to coexist harmoniously in a delicate dance. In the embrace of solitude, melancholy metamorphoses into strength. Isolation is not withdrawal, but an invitation to engage with inner landscapes, a retreat into the depths of one's psyche. Within this solitude rises self-authorship, the sacred space where the shadows of melancholy become teachers. Here, the soulful observer learns to navigate life's trials with grace, understanding that melancholy offers essential insights for growth. These moments of solitude redefine resilience, crafting a sanctuary where inner fortitude flourishes and the shadows of melancholy illuminate paths to healing. Expressing this nuanced feeling often transcends words. In symbolic forms like art, music, and movement, the soulful observer finds solace. These creative expressions provide a sanctuary for sentiments otherwise confined to silence. Through such forms, the soulful observer invites others into shared moments of inner struggle, transforming melancholy into a bridge of compassion and understanding. The alchemy of turning shadows into light reveals wisdom as a guiding beacon. Embracing melancholy's teachings, the soulful observer discovers resilience born from the depths, shifting focus from suffering to meaning. This ongoing inward dance distills insight from gloom, crafting clarity and presence. In this transformative lens, the sensitive soul emerges balanced, learning to harmonize with life's ebbs and flows and illuminating potential in darkness, heralding a story of growth and illumination. Melancholy stands as a profound catalyst, urging transcendence and transformation. As a guide on an introspective pilgrimage, it reveals layers of the psyche and propels one from resignation to a profound embrace of life. The soulful observer learns to transcend limitations, reframing their narrative as one of continuous growth. Through engagement with life's vibrancy, melancholy becomes a transformative force for reimagining difference, extending an invitation to a harmonious dance between solitude and light. Finally, integrating melancholic wisdom means weaving shadow and light into a narrative of completeness. Through uninterrupted reflection and gentle introspection, the soulful observer taps into an understanding, free from external validation. Melancholy's embrace becomes a rite of passage, unlocking a transformative paradigm that marries life's chaos with profound inner peace. In accepting the transient beauty of their journey, the soulful observer crafts a story rich with insight and resonance, acknowledging the sacred dance of becoming through an authentic lived experience. In the secluded embrace of solitude, a curious alchemy unfolds, a dance between silence and innovation that beckons those who stand on the fringes of society's bustling melody. Here in this quiet sanctuary, the world's expectations fade away. Thoughts once scattered and untamed gather like wind-swept leaves, forming a delicate tapestry of creativity that only solitude can weave. It is in this gentle isolation that ideas are free to grow, nurtured by the tranquility of a mind unfettered by the demands of external validation or critique. This sacred space breathes life into hidden corners of the soul, where creativity blossoms unseen by the judging eye and unpressured by the pursuit of perfection. Yet solitude, a companion often met with apprehension, mirrors the depths of one's inner world, revealing shadows that the noise of society often obscures. It invites a courageous confrontation with the self, a journey through internal chaos that can unsettle even the most resilient mind. As the chatter of the outside world retreats, the landscape within becomes vivid and intricate, leading one into uncharted territories of consciousness. Creativity emerges here as both a guide and a balm, lighting the way through the labyrinth of the mind, transforming isolation from a state of loneliness into a crucible of transformation, where new facets of self are forged from quiet contemplation. The outsider, one who observes from the edge rather than the centre, holds a unique perspective, seeing beyond the surface of conventional narratives. This divergence is not merely a result of exclusion, but a fertile source of creativity that challenges and enriches the collective understanding. The outsider's gaze, unclouded by conformity, perceives patterns and nuances hidden from those immersed in the mainstream. Free from the need to conform, they experiment and innovate, reshaping the familiar into something unexpectedly profound. In their hands, creativity becomes an alchemical force, turning the burden of difference into an asset, revealing possibilities where others see only routine. For the soul accustomed to swimming against the current, creativity is a cathartic channel where the ineffable weight of inner turmoil finds release. The world may offer scant space for such emotional complexity, but the canvas, the page, or the instrument becomes a sanctuary, welcoming and transforming pain into beauty. It is here that art transcends the individual's sorrow, weaving it into the universal tapestry of human experience. Each brushstroke, note, or line of verse carries fragments of the creator's journey, allowing others to find solace in the reflection of shared struggles. Thus, creativity bridges isolation and connection, inviting empathy and understanding into spaces where mere words often falter. This path less travelled often yields art that testifies to the artist's unique journey, a raw, unvarnished echo of personal evolution rather than adherence to fleeting trends. Such creations stand as monuments to resilience and courage, inviting others to witness the universality of the human condition through the lens of one's trials and triumphs. As artists share their stories, they extend an invitation to embrace beauty and imperfection, encouraging others to discover their own creative paths instead of treading well-worn roads. These expressions not only chronicle personal transformation, but also become beacons of hope and possibility, guiding others toward their own creative awakenings. Creativity acts as a forge of reinvention, an ever-persuading force that impels individuals to continually shape new selves from the residue of the old. In a world eager for uniformity, creativity stokes the flames of transformation, allowing individuals to leave behind the rigidity of societal expectation and explore the boundless landscapes of what could be. Each creative act becomes a declaration of self-determination, a conscious choice to redefine the boundaries of one's being. Through this journey, hidden potentials are unearthed, unbinding the spirit and challenging the status quo with visions that defy conventional limits. In its solitude, creativity seeks the light of connection, forming a dance between internal reflection and external expression. This paradox embodies the creative experience, where the introverted soul gathers wisdom in silence and subsequently shares it with the world. Art becomes the bridge that transports solitary musings into the realm of communal consciousness, lighting the way for understanding and collective insight. Each creation is an offering, inviting others to join in a dialogue that transcends differences and taps into the shared essence of human experience, transforming isolation into a rich, communal dance that fosters growth and empathy. Imagination, the heart of creative liberation, unfurls as a realm without borders, a sacred playground where the mind explores beyond the known, dismantling the status quo and shaping worlds unseen. Here, the different soul finds freedom to craft narratives that challenge and inspire, engaging in imaginative journeys that redefine what is possible. In this boundless space, creativity finds its home, weaving reality with dreams and allowing the spirit to roam freely, exploring the infinite potential within. Though isolation feels intensely personal, its gifts extend to the collective, enriching and challenging communal narratives with fresh insights born from introverted musings. Society benefits most when it embraces isolation not as withdrawal, but as a crucial stage in the gestation of ideas, for it is here that authentic voices find the space to cultivate and share unique visions. By acknowledging the power of creativity born from solitude, the world can welcome perspectives that invigorate and transform our collective consciousness. In a world that seems to prize surface over depth, the inner landscapes of those who feel different hold a richness often unrecognised. These landscapes, vibrant with imagination, reflection, and nuance, invite us to journey beyond the visible, into realms many bypass in their haste for external validation. The quiet corridors of the mind are no refuge from reality, but a sanctuary where profound creativity and wisdom unfold, an inner cosmos waiting to be explored. Here in these silent havens, the dialogue flows endlessly, weaving thoughts and visions unfettered by societal constraints. In this private expanse, solitude is not a prison, but a gift, a fertile ground where imagination unfurls like a tender vine reaching toward the sun, free from the shadows of conformity. In this quietude, the mind finds its voice, painting the inner kingdoms with colours unseen in the monotonous clamour of daily life. As we sail these undisturbed seas of solitude, we learn that it is not loneliness, but a sacred space where the mind dances with itself, creating worlds from whispers and dreams. So often misconceived as idle musing, this introspective play is not an escape from reality, but an embrace of it, knitting together the threads of our inner world, ready to someday burst forth into the light. Diving deeper, reflection reveals itself as a profound ocean, each drop teeming with life, mysteries, and insights. Society may dismiss extensive reflection as overthinking, yet for the introspective soul, it becomes a map to self-discovery. By peeling back layers of pretense, reflection unearths an authenticity masked by the mundane. Here, amidst the tranquil waves of thought, we find clarity, the kind unseen by those who rush by the surface, missing the depths below. Within this charged stillness, daydreams become portals to sanctuary. These reveries are a balm, transcending the constraints of logic and freeing the soul to explore the possible and the impossible. In this domain, limits fade, and imagination sails to the edge of things known. What society calls impractical are dream-spinning possibilities, where the ordinary transforms to the magical, sparking a dance between potential and reality. As we drift through these mental landscapes, imagination rises as a source of solace, soothing the ache of separation from worldly concerns. Creativity morphs into a gentle brook, its waters carrying comfort to the parched spirit, providing understanding that external validation cannot. Through this, we learn that these imagined places are not mere escapes, but the very heart of our ability to feel and connect deeply. These inner dialogues, rich with symbols and metaphors, form the language of our unconscious, a private tongue, offering insights unreachable through mere words. This language transforms our inner visions to comprehension beyond the simplicity of daily life, weaving metaphors to articulate truths otherwise obscured. In these stories, creativity finds its voice, and the unseen struggles are illuminated by this internal alchemy, turning inner riches into outer wisdom. Here lies the power of transformation. By embracing our solitude and reflection, we transform rich inner worlds into an influential presence in the outer one. Creativity and introspection become catalysts for change, and the silent melody of our thoughts begins to resonate in the world around us. Thus, we learn to mould reality with the clay of imagination, revealing unseen pathways and fresh perspectives for others to follow. In these journeys of inner exploration, healing softly extends her hand, unveiling the intricate landscapes of the heart, full of unexpected treasures and concealed truths. Reflection becomes the gateway to emotional understanding, nurturing intelligence that defines our relationship with the world. It unveils the stories written upon our hearts and fosters a deeper compassion that enriches our interactions. Silence and solitude walk with us as constant companions, enriching forces that speak with their own grace. Within silence, the authentic voice is stirred, allowing reflection to bloom without interference. Solitude's embrace clears the way for a deeper connection with creativity, encouraging us to uncover and understand the reservoirs within our grasp. As we conclude this meditative journey, we realize that bridging this inner richness with the outer world creates a powerful spiral of growth, infusing life with purpose and meaning. The journey inward builds resilience and nurturing clarity, allowing the individual to touch others with the depth of their unique insights. By sharing this inner wealth, we cultivate a tapestry of understanding and empathy that strengthens the bonds of humanity. As we connect these inner and outer realms, we extend an invitation for others to join in the dance of introspection, to listen to the quiet melodies within, and to weave their own tapestries of inner wisdom and outer expression. In this embrace of our inner wonders, where silence meets sound, imagination meets reality, and solitude meets connection, we find a harmony that is both ancient and newly born, a testament to the power of dreams and the beauty of a soul fully touched by its own depth. In the quiet recesses of history, where the whispers of ancient visionaries still echo, lies the legacy of unconformity, an enduring force that has shaped society's path while often remaining unrecognized. Through the ages, individuals who dared to perceive the world differently, travelling the solitary pathways of their unique visions, have crafted a lineage marked by quiet power. These wanderers, rebels of the Renaissance, enlightened iconoclasts, defied convention with a grace that often meant standing alone amidst societal tides. Yet, their imprints endure, subtle yet profound, shaping the world they left with the courage to think independently. Unconformity embodies a revolution not of arms but of authenticity, where figures like Schopenhauer offered us a mirror to question the seductive illusions of the societal stage. Their enduring legacies remind us that from isolation springs a profound beacon for those who seek truths deeper than mere appearances. Where conventional eyes see solitude, the unconformist discovers a sanctuary, a rich wellspring of strength and renewal. Here, untethered from judgment, they dance with their essential selves, unravelling thoughts unspoiled by societal noise, weaving tapestries of ideas in cherished solitude, and listening intently to the soul's whisper. This solitude is not a void, but a crucible, an environ for exploration, away from societal cacophony. Within this sacred space, insights bloom, offering directions shaped by authentic desires rather than external echoes. Each insight plants a seed, and in this blooming unconformists find a strength grounded in solitude, a serene power born not of dominance, but the transformation of isolation into wisdom, emerging enlightened and grounded in interior peace. Embracing non-attachment, a vital cornerstone of unconformity, nurtures calm resilience. Here lies freedom from societal definitions of success or acceptance. This is not apathy, but a divine liberation from the compulsion to align with external kudos. Anchored in inner serenity, the unconformist navigates life's tumultuous seas with poise and tranquility. Non-attachment becomes a liberation, echoing in both Eastern and Western thought. It focuses on authentic processes, rather than outcomes adorned by others. Setbacks morph into revelations on this path less travelled, leading not away from growth but deeper into it. In this detachment lies tranquility, the power to transcend external chains, embracing each moment with full presence, an alchemy of grace and potential, fortifying their path. Beyond external judgments, unconformists explore personal sovereignty, redefining power not as control over others, but mastery over self. In doing so, they reclaim the marrow of their intrinsic authority. This power, born not from hierarchy but authenticity, guides them, intertwining self-governance with intention, freeing them from overt exertions and externally imposed limits. Here, the dance with societal boundaries becomes delicate, a conscientious flow between individual aspirations and collective diktats. Sovereignty shifts from destination to state of being, where choices arise from an alliance with inner truth. This self-rule transcends conventional power, allowing for identity assertion without coercion or conflict. Thus, unconformists root their authority deep within, an unshakable testament to the quiet strength of true governance. In this journey of unconformity, authenticity becomes both compass and currency, enriching life with values, wisdom, and emotional depth. As society swirls with material valuations, unconformists cultivate an internal wealth surpassing tangible measures. This wealth, an experiential tapestry, grows from curiosity, reflection, and truth, untouched by ephemeral fluctuations. Embedded within their journey, authenticity signifies not merely survival, but the enrichment of life's purpose, a beacon in moments of vulnerability transformed into growth. Through this authentic alchemy, unconformists refuel their existence, influencing those around them, a poignant reminder of a life steeped in sincerity and quiet fulfillment. With their refusal to conform, unconformists increasingly wield the subtle art of influence. Here, change is not driven by force, but by the compelling presence of example and ideas. Like ripples in a collective consciousness, they carve spaces for others to explore authentic narratives. These unseen influences chart a course for introspection and authentic connection, forging paths for possibilities previously unimagined. Not through rhetoric, but through resonance does subtle influence wield its transformative power. It embraces dialogue and openness, offering authentic perspectives woven from personal truth and inspiring shifts within the broader societal fabric. Seeds planted through this serene influence germinate on unseen timelines, eventually yielding harvests of insight that reshape norms. Thus, unconformists, through quiet power, become architects of a transformative revolution. Such an evolution trusts deeply in personal growth, a labyrinth requiring a faith in one's unfolding potential. Here, amidst uncertainty, emerges growth, non-linear and at times unending, begging courage and surrender to inner blossoming. Each phase, accepted with patience, reframes setbacks into steps, shedding light on imperfections through dynamic introspection and reflection. Through patience and evolution, unconformists craft their path, embracing change and imperfection, each lived moment an opportunity for cherished learning. In the labyrinth of their own creation, they discover themselves anew, shaped not by rigid determination but by communion with the soul's quiet pulse. Their adaptable change embodies the power of transformation, gently impacting the world around. Their journey embodies resilience born from self-acceptance, grounding them in truth against external judgment and misconception. In embracing their wholeness, unconformists tap into strength drawn from vulnerability. In self-acceptance, they dissolve inner barriers, rooted in this resilience crafted not from resistance but inclusion. They move quietly armoured in authenticity, unaffected by superficial tides. Through acceptance, they exemplify transformation, wielding gentle yet formidable power. As they evolve, unconformists manifest quiet authority, anchored not in spectacle, but deep understanding. This authority emerges from steadfast authenticity, a commitment to self-mastery, nurtured through life's complexities. In a power-enthralled society, this presence captivates through sincere influence, alters perceptions and shifts paradigms. Through unyielding resolve, unconformists lead not by force, but through example, catalysing change and crafting legacies minted in awe-inspiring individual journeys. In the quiet realms of the mind, where solitude often whispers its profound truths, those who carry the melancholy weight of feeling different journey through a landscape many will never tread. This journey, perceived as an invisible burden, is laden with the contrasting hues of challenge and potential. Life asks these souls to navigate a path that is both uniquely theirs and understood by few. Here they cross the vast expanse between inner truths and societal norms, a continuous friction that polishes the spirit. Imagine a world that celebrates uniformity as a melody of harmony. Yet, the sensitive soul knows the true harmony that arises from a symphony of diverse voices and visions. By acknowledging this weight, not as a yoke but as an acknowledgement of one's rich individual path, liberation begins to unfurl its wings. This acceptance is an invitation, not to resignation, but to a profound understanding of self, a celebration of difference not as a flaw, but as a testament to life's depth. The dance between the outer world and inner truth reveals an alchemy, mysteriously sacred, transforming this weight into wisdom. Alchemists of old sought to turn base metals into gold, yet here, it's life's burdens that are transmuted into profound insight. Each obstacle, every misstep or misjudgment becomes a lesson in resilience, the fire refining the soul, shaping it stronger, wiser. One begins to see life's intricacies not as impediments but as catalysts, vessels delivering wisdom and growth. This introspective journey demands a tender curiosity towards one's feelings and experiences. It mirrors an explorer in search of hidden treasures within the psyche, where the harsh conditions reveal veins of insight. With such transformation, the weight that once stifled begins to illuminate, guiding the spirit with a gentle light through the intricacies of life. From this gentle, luminous wisdom emerges gifts once hidden beneath the veil of burden. Those gifted with difference possess a vision unconfined by conventional boundaries. They peer beyond the surface, grasping truths that resonate with the depths of emotion. These gifts, harnessed through courage, inspire a world stuck on the superficial. Beneath their surface lies a wellspring of creativity, capable of sparking new ideas and perspectives that uplift and inspire. To embrace these gifts requires a trust in one's perspective. It's a call to stand apart, to be a beacon of authenticity, and the courage to look beyond the familiar. It's less an act of defiance than of recognition, that in one's unique contributions lies the potential to enrich the human experience. Here the gifts of difference shine, not with arrogance, but with an intrinsic understanding of their importance in the evolving tapestry of life. Amid the noise of our era, bursting with relentless connectivity and superficial chatter, silence offers a sacred sanctuary. Within it, one discovers the cadence of their true voice, a quiet wisdom echoing amid the silence. It is in these serene moments where introspection blooms, where seeds of wisdom are sown and grow into transformative insights. Silence offers refuge from the world's demands, allowing the exploration of the landscape within, filled with motivations, fears, and aspirations. This cultivation of internal guidance, an exquisite compass, is what leads one through life's myriad challenges. Embracing intuition, an enigmatic yet profound guide, brings clarity amidst chaos. With self-awareness, decisions align with one's essence, fostering a life resonating with intrinsic harmony and depth. In reimagining relationships, this inward journey fosters genuine connections, rooted in mutual respect rather than the ephemeral need for approval. Difference becomes a bridge rather than a barrier, allowing deep, meaningful exchanges where all sides experience growth. Through vulnerability and authenticity, these connections, born from self-acceptance, evolve into supportive networks where the intrinsic value is celebrated. By weaving their stories, these individuals narrate a new paradigm, a testament of empowerment and resilience. These new narratives, stripped of limitation, speak not only to personal transformation, but also to a world in desperate need of depth over superficiality. Through storytelling, others see reflections of their struggles and victories, illuminating paths of hope and empowerment. Transcending the silent weight, wholeness emerges through integration, a harmonious acceptance of every facet of self, both light and shadow. This journey dismantles cycles of self-neglect, fostering a resilient state in which wisdom can build. Herein lies a path of convergence, creating transformative ripples of healing and acceptance. At the end of this remarkable journey emerges the responsibility to share wisdom woven from experience and insight. By embodying authenticity as an act of courage, difference becomes a force for positive change. These wise individuals are gentle guides, shaping a world that reveres diverse voices. As we draw this sacred tale to a close, let us carry this wisdom, born from stillness, nurtured by reflection, into the wider world, lighting a path for others seeking their truth. In the tapestry of human experience, let these voices resonate, a call to subscribe to wisdom and diversity, to wrap ourselves in the comforting embrace of acceptance and understanding. If this journey resonates with you, support our continued exploration by liking and subscribing to our channel. Continue with us in seeking the silent, profound beauty of being true to oneself.